This patient came with lip vitiligo having stable lesions since past 5 years. We did the first session using 3 passes of Vit Spice mixed with Vit Gold, and now this photo is immediately after the first session. Later, the patient came in for her 6-week touch-up, that is the second session. And this photo was clicked just before the second session. Now we will be seeing a video of what exactly we did at the time of second session along with color selection as well as the description and video of the technique. Since past 1 year or so, we've been getting really good results with vitiligo as a result of some research I did about the opacity of our skin and the kind of undertones that we have and the technique that has to be implemented. So I just wanted to share a bit with you, and we have here a lip vitiligo case. So you can see in real time how it is appearing on the lips and how we mix the right sort of colors. And along with that, I have also explained about there is a detailed video of how to do the color mixing which is available on YouTube. And it is also available on our app, so you can go through that also. And I hope with the help of this particular procedure, we'll be able to help a lot more vitiligo patients without undesirable color changes. So let's go ahead and see the rest of the procedure. So we are going to do lip vitiligo, and we are going to be using the vitiligo pigments specially made for this purpose. What I'm going to do today is use a color called Vit Spice. Vit Spice is a reddish brown color. So when we are doing lip vitiligo, we cannot use a pure brown color because that will not match the lip color. Lip color is a pinkish brown color. Along with that, I'm going to add a color, an opacifier called Vit Satin. Now the purpose of using Vit Satin is to give a uniformity, because if we use only a darker color, it will look spotty. Whereas when we add an opacifier, it gives an opaque uniform look, which is our purpose, because in vitiligo it's not like a clearly defined patch. So we need to make sure that wherever we are doing the procedure, it looks uniform in color and not patchy. I'll be also showing you a bit of the process, how we do the procedure, so that you can practice it. And there are a few important points to note. One, there should be minimal to no bleeding during the procedure. If there is bleeding, it means you are placing the pigment way too deep in the skin. When you place the pigment deep, it is definitely going to look different in color. It might look purplish or bluish in color. That is one. Secondly, the stretching part is very important, because if the lip is not properly stretched, then the pigment will not distribute evenly when you are applying the pigment. Third point, the lip should be well hydrated throughout the procedure. So we will be applying coconut oil during the process in order to make sure that the pigment is implanted smoothly and that your needle moves smoothly on the skin. The person's lip should be well exfoliated. So just before doing the procedure, just before applying the numbing cream, I have scrubbed the lip so that the lip is exfoliated and hence the pigment will take up well. So now we are going to start the procedure. Just for your information, there are 3 other colors also there in the kit. One is an opacifier called Vit Gold, which is a yellowish colored opacifier, yellowish brown colored opacifier. And there are 2 more shades of brown. One is called Vit Coffee. Vit Coffee is a dark brown color without a reddish tinge. And there is Vit Caramel. Vit Caramel is a yellowish brown color. Now how to mix and match this is given to you in a separate video. It is there available on our app as a free course, because we want as many people to understand the color mixing for vitiligo as possible. So you can download our app, Eyebrow Academy app, available on Android as well as on iOS, and how to mix the colors is available as a free course. So please go through it so that we can give best results to maximum number of vitiligo patients. Thanks. We are mixing 3 drops of Vit Spice. Vit Spice is a reddish brown color. Along with that, I'll be mixing 2 drops of wit satin. Wit satin is a thick creamy opacifier. So any of the opacifiers should not be more than 50% of your total color. I can take 3 drops of opacifier with 3 drops of wit spice. So wit spice, wit coffee and wit caramel are liquid colors, whereas wit gold and wit satin are opacifiers. They are thicker but more opaque. So now I'm going to use a pigment mixer to mix these two colors. So this will give a very good result for the lips. I'm going to be using a 3RL cartridge, of a screw type fitting with a PMU machine. It's an eyebrow PMU machine. I'm going to be using a 3RL cartridge. So I've taken the pigment that we had created with wit spice and wit satin, and using the 3RL cartridge we are going to implant the pigment very superficially, stretching the lip. First, what I am doing right now is whip shading. Once the whip shading is done, then I will be doing a pointillism technique to cover the same area so that we can give more amount of saturation. As you can see, there is no bleeding at all. So we are first going to cover it with a vitiligo camouflage pigment, and then we will also be covering it with a pinkish colored lip pigment so that she can have nice natural looking lips. If you are doing the same procedure in a male, then you may not need to cover it with the pinkish pigment. So before starting this, we have applied numbing cream for 45 minutes. So this is after one pass of covering it with the vitiligo camouflage pigment. This is just with one single pass. We'll be doing one more pass in the same way. Passes. As you can see, there is once again no bleeding at all. Now we'll be doing pointillism technique in the areas which are very hypopigmented. Inside the mouth, what you are seeing is a piece of wet cotton which I had put before applying the numbing cream. can see is after pointillism. We will do one more pass of pointillism in some time. So we are done with 2 passes of shading and 1 pass of pointillism. So this is the result. Now if we want to achieve this as the end result, we need to implant more pigment, because at least 40 to 50% of the pigment is going to shed off. So we'll proceed with the remaining passes. So now before we proceed with the remaining passes, I am going to apply a bit of coconut oil on the surface. The lip needs to stay well hydrated during the procedure. One last pass with a color called peach pink. You can skip this part if you are doing it in a male person who does not require a pinkish colored lip. Done with all the passes, we'll just now clean the lip of the excess pigment. In order to ensure that there is minimal swelling, we'll be applying some ice. The ice looks blue in color because it's plastic covered. Once again, a bit of coconut oil. Dab with a dry tissue. And finally, these are the pictures which were clicked immediately after the second session.
As you saw, the second session we have done using wheat spice mixed with wheat satin, and the last pass on this we have done with a color called peach pink to give it a pinkish tint and not just cover the vitiligo itself. This is the final result. The left top photo is before the session. The right side top photo is immediately after the first session. The left side bottom photograph is before the second session, that is the healed result after the first session, and the right side bottom photo is immediately after the second session.